We lost Ben because we were talking about soccer. We lost Ben. Are you
Ben,
awake?
come back. Star Trek.
Ben, come back.
It's a cash grab.
Ben, come back.
Cash grab.
Come back, Ben.
Grab all my cash.
Oh, they could be getting it.
I might pay full price.
Really? Wow, that's impressive.
Everybody's caught up, right? Everybody's watched the most recent episode?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
We are. So for the listeners, they should be.
This is the Patreon exclusive disco chat. We'll talk about disco for a couple minutes. So much happened. So Ben, the first thing I guess we can say about disco is, Ben, you were right.
Yep. Yeah. And I've got a new theory.
Oh, well, hang on. Before we get to new theories, let's talk about the first theories that you were
because we don't even know if
about.
everybody in your own household wants to know your theories right now.
Oh, I already told her.
No.
So you're
Would
saying,
that stop him from telling me?
So you're saying that the theory was forced upon you? You were force theoried? So,
yes.
So let's first talk about the two theories that you got right.
Okay.
The first one being that I guess, where do you want to start here? Where do you want to go with your theory correctness? Like where do you want the parade route to start?
Item 1 on Ben was right.
Yes.
Ash Tyler, I think, is the big one.
Okay.
They haven't come out and just blatantly said it.
They might as well
have done
though.
Everything but said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was quite the reveal.
Yes. I will say completely unexpected what he did, though.
Yes.
Snapping gay doctor's neck.
Colbert's neck.
That has caused a backlash on Twitter.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Gay black Twitter is not happy about that.
Gay Twitter, period, is not happy at all.
Gay Twitter is not happy, and neither is African American Twitter. Not happy because their whole thing is like, why do they have to be killing people of color?
Well, isn't he like a person of color himself, though?
To be fair, almost everybody on that cast is a person of color.
Yeah, that's
or
what I was
woman,
thinking.
so.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
The only one that's not is Lorca.
Yeah. Like Lorca and Tilly are the only white people that speak on that show. So.
They're the only
No. Okay, so do you lose your whiteness if you're gay? Because Stamets is
yes,
he's so
white.
white that he's not even white anymore because he's like
in
fucking
the current
albino
climate.
and shit.
In the current climate, he loses his whiteness.
I think he's a gay. He's gay first.
He's a gay.
He's a gay white because
he's a gay white man.
Because he's not cis, I guess. CIS is what they call it,
No,
right?
He's cis. He identifies as male.
But he's a homosexual,
he's
right?
He's a gay cis male.
Okay, so he's a gay cis male. Okay, all right.
Come on, Bob, catch up.
I don't know. It's very hard to keep up with.
You're being very heteronormative.
I'm not.
I'm
I'm
such
just
a fucking straight white cis male.
I'm just trying to figure it all out. There's just a lot of terms that get thrown
Don't
around.
you know you're the problem by now?
I'm really not. I'm one of the good ones. It just gets lost sometimes. It's very hard to keep up with. Is all I'm saying.
Respect my pronoun.
I never thought I would live in a time where the hardest person to be in America is a straight white male.
It's not hard. It's hard.
It's hard to be on the internet because you get blamed for everything.
It's getting hard for talking about all this.
The one thing I will say, is it's difficult if you're trying to stay like in the know with all the different terminology. There's just too much terminology. And
I just don't want to disrespect anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Like me neither.
It's like I'm not trying to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so I try to keep up with all the terminology that gets thrown around because I want to not be like a shitty, stupid white guy about things like that. So but I feel like I'm watching the newscast where they're telling me the words that my kids are talking about on their phone that mean drugs. So I'm way behind that lingo when they're like,
everything you're hearing on the news is so dated that the kids are laughing about it.
And that's how I feel about some of my terminology with it. Cause I have to, sometimes like I see things online and I have to Google it. I'm like, what does this mean? And
Thank
I'm like,
God for
okay. Yeah. So, but anywho, but yeah, so
I do think that, I mean, it's not really fair for me to say, I guess, but I think there's a bit of an overreaction to the doctor being killed. Like, cause people are saying, oh, you know, he's a gay person of color on the show. So why did he have to die? Because people have to die.
Well, he also has to die too because he's the one that knows the secret.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's a plot device.
Yeah, they didn't go out of their way to kill him.
No. You know, he's the chief medical officer. He knows what's happening to our main man in the stands up there. So he had to die. Like that's how it goes.
After almost a lifetime of seeing all the black characters die prematurely in shows, like, I mean, it's going to happen.
Like, would you have been more surprised if he didn't die first?
No, I mean, if he had lived throughout, I would have been, not surprised by it because I thought of him kind of as a main cast member, and you kind of don't expect them to die. So it surprised the shit out of me.
And the way it happened too. I mean, he just snapped his neck. Yeah.
And again, though, now is this going to be a forever dead, or I mean, are they going to play with those kind of rules?
Not dead yet.
I hope so. I hope they don't start bringing people back.
Yeah, I don't know how they could come back from that.
See, he's got in the parallel universe, he's not gay, and they had a kid with a Romulan, and then that kid comes back in season 3
as a Romulan
with blonde hair.
Yeah,
with blonde hair,
giant shoulder pads.
I mean, he may have an equivalent.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever. He's dead for all intents. For right now, he's dead, and it was shocking and kind of sad.
Yeah.
But
I didn't expect that one, but I did expect what he found out.
I'm sure we'll see him. We'll see him on the Shinzo or whatever.
Yeah, and you know what's going to happen? Stephanie and I were talking about this. Stamets is going to get blamed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Stamets is going to get blamed for his murder because he's a crazy person at this point.
Yeah, man, he's on shrooms, man.
Yeah. He's tripping balls forever. So Ben, you were right about that. You were right about the security officer being like a mind wiped human / Klingon hybrid.
He's Vogue.
Yeah,
he's Vogue.
Yeah. You were right about that. And then the second thing you were right about was the Mirrorverse.
Yep. But that was kind of an unfair advantage.
Yeah,
I had to do some Zapruder film looking at it. Pictures to get that.
But I also think too, like even watching the show when they were like, "Where are we?" I was like, "Oh, they're in the Mirrorverse." Like I think that was kind of a more.
The quantum, quantum blah 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 is off. It's like, okay, you're in a parallel universe.
Yeah, they're in the. I mean, it's Star Trek. That's where they go. They go back in time, or they go to parallel universes.
Yeah. Yep. Now is the Defiant? Has that been established? Like when was that established in canon? That the Defiant went to the Mirror Universe.
Enterprise. And Jenny, it's one of the last episodes of Enterprise, I think down to the final 4 episodes or something. And it was a 2-parter called In the Mirror Darkly. And so that In the Mirror Darkly is a sequel to the original series episode, The Thalian Web.
Which I was watching this afternoon.
And then it is a prequel to Mirror Mirror.
Okay. I got to write that down.
Yeah.
Is it pronounced Thalian or Tholian?
Tholian Web. I thought it was Tholian. Is it Tholian or what did I say?
I've never seen the episode, so I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think it's Tholian.
Tholians.
Okay. Yeah. Is that a Mirror Universe episode?
No. Tholian Web, the Enterprise comes across the USS Defiant. The whole crew is dead, and they're in this interspatial phasing thing. So they beam over. They're like, holy shit, everybody's dead. And then the ship disappears, and as it's disappearing, Kirk gets everybody beamed out except for himself.
Of course.
He's declared dead. And then the whole episode, Spock's refusing to leave where he died until they can fully, examine all this. But the Thalians try to trap the Enterprise, and then at the last minute they save Kirk.
Of course.
So it's a really, really good episode. A lot of people put it in the top 5.
I was just watching it. I
thought it was very good. That's a season 3, right?
Yeah, that's season 3.
Okay, I haven't gotten that
so
far
it's
yet.
easy to have a good episode in season 3. I mean, like a standout episode in season 3 because season 3 was rough.
Yeah,
right.
But yeah, so it's tied into that, and then it's tied into Mirror, and then so
Defiant on Enterprise. One of the things that people have been bitching about is that the picture that they put up on the screen of the Defiant, they found in the database, it's got all the names right, the NCC is correct, but there's modifications. Like there's these extra things on the pylons, the saucers.
People.
No. So here's the thing. That happened from their perspective. That was 96 years before they arrived.
Okay.
Right.
That was back during Enterprise timeline, right? When that was happening, back in 2155 or so.
Okay.
So the thing is, or was it 55? I think 55.
So they had Constitution class spaceships back then?
No, they did not. But that was the thing, is in the Thalian web, when it fell through space, it also fell through time. So it went back 100 years to the mirror universe.
Okay.
So then the mirror Jonathan Archer finds it in his universe. So the 2 episodes in the Mirror Darkly, part 1 and 2 on Enterprise, the whole episode takes place in the mirror universe. We never see our guys.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
I have to watch this.
And so that explains why the Empire was able to maintain and to have such advanced technology.
I'm still like on episode 7 of season 1 for Enterprise, so it's going to take me a while to get there.
Okay, I mean, just go watch it. That's
you can skip ahead because, like, I've never seen a single episode of Enterprise, and I enjoyed it. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I had seen like any Enterprise before.
You know what? For me to get there, it's gonna be a long road.
It's been a long road.
I got to tell you, the best part about those episodes, they changed the theme song.
Yeah,
they speed it up a little bit, but it still sucks.
No. In the episode in the Mirror Darkly, they changed the opening.
Yeah,
really?
it has totally different.
It has all the evil universe, mirror universe
fun.
stuff.
It's like
it's not a long road.
You'll never get there
death
because
metal
you'll
version.
be fucking dead.
It was covered by Ramming Speed.
Terran Empire.
It's gonna
It's
dominate.
really fucking cool.
It's gonna dominate your balls.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys and your stupid ship.
The mirror universe in the Enterprise episode is the same mirror universe as in Discovery, right? Like, it's,
yes.
I mean, it's the same one. It's not just like, oh, this is similar or something.
Nope, same one.
Yeah.
And then it's also the same one as Mirror Mirror on original series, which is also the same one as
DS9.
Have we already had one of those in DS9?
We had one, and then another one's coming up.
We had the one where O'Brien and Julian go there, right?
Yeah.
Is that right? No.
Julian.
Kira and Julian, right?
Yeah, because Smiley's there.
Yeah,
right.
And then Kira's like a wild sex maniac who wears leather.
She makes out with herself.
She's into leather.
And she has jazzercise headbands.
Yeah, and leather. She be wearing tight leather outfits.
Making me all hot.
So the guy who directed those the last DS9 Mirror Universe episode also directed the Enterprise Mirror Universe episodes.
Okay, and this was Jonathan Frakes' episode.
And this was on Discovery. It was a Jonathan Frakes direction.
Yeah. I thought
Jonathan Frakes has now directed an Orville episode and a Discovery episode.
Interesting. One of those things are good.
Does he have a notable style? Like, I didn't notice anything like, oh, this is a Frakes. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, I know in Orville, there's a Charlize Theron shows up. The captain and her kind of hook up, and then her ship gets blown up.
Yeah, but that's the story, not like his direction, though. Like,
well, yeah, but that's the Riker style.
Yeah, that is the Riker.
Something blows up.
But there was nothing in Discovery like that.
No. Well, I guess everything was blown up when they showed up, right?
Yeah, because all those people had sex without their consent.
Fucking
so he just
Vulcans and Andorian heads floating in space.
He blew up the whole universe. I really liked the Discovery episode. I thought it was great. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. I do feel bad for the producers and the writers of the show because of what Ben said, because like they have to dot every I and cross every T with complete and utter accuracy, or the internet will just go fucking bonkers.
And that's what I was saying, though.
Any reason to fucking hate that shit.
Is that Constitution class, though, is going to look different, because when they pulled it up from the records, that's after it's been in this universe for almost 100 years.
Yeah.
So they're going to make modifications to it. They're going to change it over time. You're not going to take the stock Constitution class and use it. You're going to modify it. You're going to amp it up as you reverse engineer some of the technology.
Yeah.
So it should look different.
And to actually get to the episode, they go and like everybody has a mirrored version of themselves. Lorca's version tried to assassinate the Emperor.
No, he tried to assassinate Burnham.
That's right. Yes. He tried to assassinate Burnham.
Well, I thought they said he was trying to take over the Empire, and she fought him, and so he tried to kill her, and they had a battle.
Yeah. But either way,
he was trying to lead a coup.
Yeah. Okay. Any way that it happens, though, their plan that they came up with was the shittiest plan in the whole wide world, because they're like, well, let's just give Lorca back to the to the Empire and see what happens, and then you guys can get the plans and we can get out of here.
Yeah.
It's like
they thought they would just fucking waltz in there and grab the plans and then leave.
and
Like,
Jet,
come on,
like,
man.
and like the torture that Lorca is going to have to endure for this thing is going to be brutal. It's already brutal.
He's going to need more than eye drops after this.
Yeah, and then and then my wife and I were talking. So while Burnham and her hot lover, who's really a Klingon, are having like this personal discussion and then making out with each other, Lorca's in the fucking torture chambers, and he's like, "I hope they're getting these plans, and they're upstairs having sex."
Yeah.
I mean,
Priorities, man.
Somebody
Priorities.
got the shitty end of that deal. I'll tell you what.
I will say the Mirror Universe does Tilly well.
Yes.
She like wearing the Mirror Universe uniform. She's it works for her.
It's very voluptuous. She has very voluptuous.
She might want to stay there.
Giant metal
damn.
breasts. She has giant metal breasts.
Yeah.
But now, as far as looks, we haven't seen the real Captain Tilly yet. Although somebody pointed out in one of my groups that.
But didn't they say they disappeared too? Like, so we're not going to run into. I don't think we're going to run into their Mirror Universe equivalent.
Well,
right?
we might see them though because they're in our universe.
Yeah, and so that means Ben's theory is still alive.
Which
one is that?
Does Janny know this theory? Because I don't want to.
Okay, this is my new theory: is that it's just Captain Lorca that we've known all this season.
Yeah,
Okay,
is
right.
actually from the Mirror Universe.
Yeah, that was your theory that you shot out a couple weeks ago.
Because his ship got blown up in the other universe too, and so.
Well, no. So what I think happened is that he was on Discovery, right? He switches over to our universe through some accident or whatever. But when he switches places, now you've got good guy Burnham or good guy Lorca in the Mirror Universe, right? And that's why he tried to lead the coup, or why he tried to kill Burnham.
Yeah.
Is because he's a good guy, and he's like, what the fuck are you people doing? Meanwhile, evil Lorca is in our side, right? And they talk about how he destroyed, how his ship blew up and the whole crew died or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He self-destructed the ship and killed his crew so that they wouldn't die of torture or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's because they figured him out and were like, holy shit, you're not the real captain. What the fuck? And he's like, yeah, self-destruct, bitches.
And that would explain why he's way more of a badass than anybody else in this entire universe.
Franchise.
Yeah. And he just happened
Yeah.
he just happened to plug in the coordinates for the Mirror Universe when they were trying to do that one last jump and everything. So.
Oops.
Yeah, so I think that theory is still in play.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I think it's and I think that we're going to bump into possibly that Burnham and Lorca somehow.
All right. All right. I mean, I still think this show is a go. I'm excited. After we record, I'm gonna go on StarTrek.com and buy my Disco T-shirt because they're back on sale. Because I love this.
I thought the episode was great. I was kind of surprised how people were ready to jump off board because of the whole killing the Doctor thing. Like, people were seriously saying that I'm not watching the show anymore because they killed the Doctor.
Bye.
Well,
Don't watch it then. Who fucking cares?
That was a ridiculous reason, I thought.
I stopped watching that trash show TNG when they killed my favorite character. When Denise Crosby got killed, I was like, what the fuck? You don't like dykey blondes? I'm out.
Yeah. The strong female character on the show got killed, but everybody still watched it.
Yeah, I don't know. And to be fair, I was talking to a friend of mine about it, and he said that he hates everyone on the show. That was his opinion. I hate
on Discovery.
Yes, he hates every character. And then I brought up, I said, well, what about the Doctor? And he was like, yeah, he's really not on there enough for me to have an opinion. He's just kind of Stamets' boyfriend. And I said,
husband. But,
okay. Well, I mean, I don't know if they're married. Again, I don't want to sound like a insensitive white male. I don't know. I didn't see rings. I don't know.
Well, that's another complaint I saw people have, is that they never called each other, man and husband.
They're fucking
or whatever.
smooching. I mean, and they're talking about going to the opera together. I mean, that's about as
you
gay
never
as
saw
it
that
gets.
on any other Star Trek.
Like when you're kissing a man and talking about going to see alien opera, that's about as homosexual can be. I mean, they didn't call each other. You never even call me by my name. They're gay. Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
You know,
let's go see Guys and Dudes.
Why do you think his uniform is white? Because he's got cum stains all over it. That's why.
Jesus.
Don't let him go into ultraviolet alert. Black light alert.
Well, they have black alert. That's why the doctor's never on the bridge.
So I got to get back to medical.
Oh, shit.
This is the extra dirty one. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, that's.
His uniform looks like Jor-El at the beginning of Superman. He's on the Kryptonian High Council. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Doctor, somebody did a mapping mission on your face.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah, so I don't know. I hope they don't bring him back. I love this show. I think it's great.
We're going to probably see. Okay, so here's my other theory: is that the Doctor is going to be back. It's going to be the Mirror Universe Doctor. He's going to show up, and then Stamets is going to be all emo or whatever because it looks just like his boyfriend / husband, but it isn't really him.
But he's still Shrooming. Like, what does he care?
He's got to be an evil version. Like, if they bring him back and he's a sensitive version, I won't like that.
Did you catch the whole thing with Captain Tilly when somebody had said that and I had to scroll back for a few episodes, but in one of his hazes, Stamets, when he came out of the spore drive, said something about Captain Tilly.
He did. So yeah, he did do that.
So he's and now he's going on about don't go into the palace,
right?
And the enemies among us. And so I think he's set a couple of heads. Yeah, he's a few episodes ahead of us.
Okay, so he's got spoilers, is what you're saying.
Well, at the end they showed the coming this season. Yeah. They showed like some palace type stuff, I think. So
yeah.
I wonder if that's the same palace that Captain Pike went to.
I think it's on Coruscant.
Oh, hey now. All right. So that's
totally different franchises.
Dude, what the fuck? Triggered. All right, so that's the episode.
Angry iTunes review.
Disco. Well, nobody can hear this. They're paying for this. So if you're paying for this, then you deserve it.
Yeah.
And you're awesome.
They're probably on board.
I'm not out in the snow this week, but God bless you.
The people really enjoyed that, Ben. The people really enjoyed that. So let's get to DS9. I'm gonna hit pause and thank you for your patronage. We appreciate it. And the drawing will be in a couple weeks, and your presents are going out in the mail. I just gotta go to the post office. Presents are coming. So there you go.
We love you.
We do. Thank you. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new edition of Dork Trek. Hello and welcome. We are one of the longest Star Trek podcast. We are one of the longest running Star Trek podcasts in the world today. My name is Bob. Hello and welcome.
Hi, Bob.
Hi.
We got Ben and Jenny and Dennis, and we're all here, and we're going to review DS9 today. So it's going to be awesome.
I can't wait.
I'm feeling a little old, though.
No, never mind.
Are you getting older as you go?
I'm
is it your birthday?
getting.
Is it your 30th birthday?
That's for goddamn sure not.
Oh, wow.
Why aren't you in your birthday suit?
Yeah. Well, hey now.
Do it.
Commit
to the bit. Commit to the bit.
But yeah, so
that's only for the Patreon subscribers.
Today we're reviewing Distant Voices.
Ooh.
Distant Voices. Distant Voices. What is that noise? What is that? I don't understand.
Miles is fucking gay.
It's a distant Dennis.
What is that voice?
I fucking hate Miles so much.
Really?
It's a good thing he can't hear us right now.
So who's your least favorite character on DS9?
No, that's what the whispers were saying in the episode.
No. Who's your least favorite character on DS9?
My least favorite character on DS9? I don't hate any of the characters, to be honest. I kind of like them all. They all fit, except for Keiko.
It's really hard.
She can fucking go on botany missions all the time.
Okay, so you hate Keiko.
She hardly even counts.
But that's kind of a TNG carryover.
Yeah. So's Miles.
True. All right, so Jenny, who's your least favorite character on DS9?
God. I don't know if it counts, but what's his name? Quark's brother. I fucking can't stand him.
Okay. All right. Rom.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a good one. What about you, Ben?
God, that's really tough. Like, it's which piece of gold is not shiny as the others. Okay, so it's like really hard because what's blocking in my head is like Kai Wynn. I like get this gut reaction of hatred, but that makes her one of my favorites because she's so good at being bad. So
I'm talking the big six. Like, I want your least favorite your least favorite cast member who gets his names in the credits every week.
So did I even go too far off with Rom?
I'll give it to you.
That's
like
close
Kai Wynn is like, she's a little further off the beat.
I mean, I think Julian is the easiest one to hate because he's kind of a prick.
Okay.
Yeah. I would, up until not this episode, but like if I was answering this question and I only knew Deep Space Nine up until this episode, I would it'd be tough between Bashir and Sisko.
Yeah, up until this episode, I probably would have said Bashir also.
Okay,
but
Dennis.
Yeah, I mean, of the top characters, yeah, because he doesn't really have any complexity. Everybody else has other stuff going on, but he's just kind of a know-it-all.
All right.
And it's for me having the foreknowledge that I have, though.
The foreknowledge. Some
of the things that they talk about in this episode with Julian, I'm just like, oh my God, I want to talk about what I know. And I can't.
I need to talk about what I know. I may know some stuff that you know from reading books and Wikipedia and stuff.
Ooh.
So I've actually been writing down notes to just be like, okay, so when we finally can talk about the stuff, I want to be able to go, okay, so if you guys remember back on the episode with the brain shocker, and if you remember the episode with
Brain Shocker.
That would have been a way better title for this episode. The Brain Shocker.
Brain Shocker.
Yeah, but it'd give away the ending.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
It would have been better if Spider-Man's enemy was the Brain Shocker instead of just the Shocker.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I will say this about this episode. It starts off with Bashir and Garrick having lunch together.
Of course.
And I got to tell you, I'm really jealous that I don't have someone that I could eat lunch with once a week and have fun conversations with. Like, I wish I had a friend in my life like that.
Even if you had to blow him beforehand?
Icing on the cake.
I mean, that's wonderful. I mean, that makes it even sweeter.
Garrick is not making it fun for you. It's
always a little sweeter with the taste of Peter.
Ew, and you'd be rhyming. That's
Garrick
awesome.
feeds on the misery, so he's not making it fun for you.
Whatever, but you know what? I always said we all have a common friend, and if I ever went gay, he'd be the person I went gay with because he would punish me for that decision of leaving my family and kids and stuff. He would make it hard on me. He's like, this is what you get for doing it.
I think that answers who that person is.
This is what you get for hurting your family, dudes. Take it. So,
you know what? At that point, you deserve whatever you get from him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but yes.
Some things you may get for the rest of your life.
Oh, you're a whore for me. And so yeah. So anyway, so they're having lunch together, and they get interrupted by Quark, which is the strangest interrupt of a lunch date in the entire world.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? He was trying to buy like some ultrasound gel.
Biomimetic gel.
Oh. Yes.
Ultrasound gel.
Quark interrupts their lunch, and he's like, hey, my friend wants to buy some illegal drugs from you.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
You don't ask the Starfleet guy for illegal stuff.
It's like...
Yeah. Well, see, and then that's the first fuck up is because, Bashir's like, not now, not ever, not at any price. Even asking about it is a felony in the Federation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, he just committed a felony then.
Yeah.
You should report him.
Why wasn't the first thing he did after this to just go call up Odo immediately and be like, there was a sketchy motherfucker asking me for this illegal shit. Yeah. Could you put somebody outside a sickbay?
You know why he didn't?
Keep an eye on it.
Because I'm grouchy. I'm turning 30. I'm grouchy. Yeah. That's why he didn't do it.
Fucking space menopause.
Menopause.
The gravity from the wormhole makes the menopause hit him worse. The menopause.
I mean, but to think, I mean, all right, he's 30.
Yeah.
He was second in his class at Starfleet Medical. He's got a pretty great gig. He's been nominated for many awards. I mean, 30's pretty good for this guy already, right? He's accomplished so much in his lifetime already.
He's like really smart.
Yeah. He's like...
He was up for that award that people don't usually get until they're like 90.
Yeah. So what's he worried about?
All of your great achievements in life are going to happen before you're 30.
Yeah, but here's the thing is that this is in the future when people live to like 130 or something.
Yeah.
So 30 should not really be that big of a deal. Like
30 should be the new
40
10.
should be like 30 at the most, you know?
Yeah.
50 is the new 30.
Whatever.
I mean, with science being what it is in the 24th century, I mean, he's going to live to be 100 years old.
130. McCoy was 132 when he was in the Enterprise.
I mean, so what are you worried about? I mean, so what?
And then he died the next day.
Yep.
Well, because dealing with data drove him to... Anyway.
To drink himself to death. So what? You don't get laid as much as you want. And like... You know, you're forced to have rough sex with a Cardassian that just wants to punish you.
Forced.
I mean, that's your decision, man.
You
like
know, I bet if Bashir wanted to get laid every day, he probably could on the frontier there. You know,
yeah.
There's a Dabo girl that'll give it to him.
And think about that one chick. Did we watch that episode yet? Have we reviewed that one, or is that one I watched ahead where like there was this chick hollering at him? No, that's a little bit in the head. But like in one episode, there's some chick hollering at him, and he like blows her off to go talk to Dax. So it's like, get your shit straight, playa.
Why, man? That's a fucking cul-de-sac. You're not going anywhere in there.
Yeah,
because he knows he would fuck it up even if he had it. So
yeah, I mean Dax would rock his shit.
Yeah,
I think Dax would punish him more than fucking Garrick would.
That's what he wants.
Oh yeah, she would bring in Garrick.
Yeah,
they would wreck him at the same time.
Because
Dax fine though, because there ain't nothing like worm loving.
Yeah. But yeah, but see,
the worm's gonna come out.
Brazier would be sucking the worm.
Yeah.
Like if he's lucky.
The gummy worm.
Yeah,
he's gonna get you, baby.
Yo, what's up? There's my little friend over here. He's got some loving.
You don't get Dax's hoo-ha. You gotta suck me, baby.
Hell yeah. You ever see that movie Little Shop of Horrors?
This is Little Shop of Horrors.
It opens up and then I come out, baby. Ooh.
I'm going right in your butt.
I'm gonna get you.
Squirm, squirm, squirm. Here comes the worm.
Wait, let me dry off. No lube for you.
Here's a whore for me. But yeah, so I'm jealous that I don't have someone to eat lunch with on a weekly basis and have fun conversations because they look like they really enjoy each other's company. I mean, they really do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then this guy comes over looking for drugs, and Brazier's a total dick to him. And then, strangely
and that guy's
enough,
got red eyes. Like that should be rule number 1 in the Federation. Never be a dick to a guy with red eyes.
Yeah, like Jenny said, where's Odo? Like, how come you're not on your comm immediately going, Odo, we got a crazy person here that's going to fuck me up because I was being a jerk to him.
It's meth head.
And that's the whole episode right there.
Yeah. Well, that's why we don't do that, because the episode would end.
Exhibits drug-seeking behavior.
Yeah.
Check.
And I mean, it's not like Odo's doing shit. I mean, he could handle this in 2 minutes.
I mean, he's just pretending to be a chair somewhere right now.
That's just important.
Yeah, he's just a hot rat. A heavy hot rat in the kitchen of Odo's looking for drugs to bust Odo on.
And, you know, spoilers, like they do mention at the end that he got caught. That guy got caught pretty quickly.
Yeah, like after 2 meters out the door.
Yeah, so Odo was sitting in sickbay, waiting for this guy. That's a hot, heavy rat.
Yeah, that's
or
a
a chair.
Heavy, yep, or a hot, heavy chair made of rats.
Ooh, that would be hot. And heavy.
Rat chair.
Squirmy.
It's like a rat
chair.
king, but it's rat.
Yeah.
Rat chair. That's ratchet.
So Brazier returns to the infirmary and, hey, what do we got here?
Big surprise.
there's a meth head going through all of his drugs.
Trying to get the Sudafed.
Yeah. It's like,
why don't I ever lock the door?
I need that one box of Claritin to finish my meth empire. You got to give it to me.
Jesse, we got to cook.
Yeah. And lo and behold, he shocks your man, knocking him unconscious. Brazier, an electrical field with his fingers, yo.
Yeah.
I bet if Brazier would have known he could do that, he would have given him the drugs.
Yeah.
You know?
Probably.
It's like, dude, I'm going to give you the drugs. Just give me the shocker. Come on.
Yeah. Give it to me.
Just shock my balls.
Oh, yeah. Telekinetic balls.
Oh,
my tennis balls.
It's the only way I can enjoy sex anymore is through pain.
My balls are yellow and fuzzy. Oh.
Have you ever had sex with Garrick? He takes all the joy away from you.
He's ruthless.
He puts tennis balls in.
I just want to be loved.
Love me.
That's it.
Electrically.
In my butt.
I like the electric butt love.
Ooh.
Ow. So then everything in this, when Julian awakens, he finds that the station is destroyed.
Yeah, he's in a post-apocalyptic DS9.
And he's old. He's old because he's got gray temples. So now he's an old man.
Yeah. And then the door says, "Don't dead open inside." And it's like, what? That's not
what happened.
Oh.
No.
Wrong
Totally,
show.
No,
it's
that's
just
exactly
the Reed
what
Richards
happened.
hair.
I thought that's what happened.
I always wanted hair like that when I start getting old. If I ever start getting old, I want
if you ever start getting old.
You want the Reed Richards?
I want the Reed Richards.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do the Reed Richards?
Just don't treat Jenny like Reed Richards treats Sue.
Yeah. She generally sucks. I mean, he's just a real meanie to him. Not nice.
Especially if you read like the early Fantastic Four. He is a fucking
terrible.
asshole.
Yeah.
Well, there's the reason she started banging Namor.
Yeah, because he's got a big fish cock.
Yeah.
Give me a big fish cock.
The guy doesn't have come to breathe. He can stay down there forever.
Yeah. Just be munching away, fucking chowing down, bro.
That's right.
No. But oddly enough, she smells fishy after he's down there.
Yeah. He doesn't mind.
Nah, he's just right at home. He
never
likes
complains.
it that way.
That's right.
He's like, come on, I want you to smell like a fucking boat worker, baby.
Boat worker.
You smell like a longshoreman.
Yeah, come on. Rub this fucking grouper all over your twat, honey.
Get it all up in there.
Oh, let me rub you with this blue marlin first.
I'm gonna smack your pussy with this flounder for a while. Yeah, you tramp. Too far.
Talking about the deadliest catch.
Deadliest snatch.
We're hilarious.
Oh, Namor.
Oh, you winged foot fool.
I love Namor, but anyway,
Are they ever going to bring him into the MCU?
I thought in the films, probably, maybe, I don't know.
Who owns the rights to him?
That may be a Fox thing.
I thought it was a Universal thing.
Yeah, I think he's like in some obscure, like he's the only character that some studio owns. But they haven't like.
Good luck with that.
They've always had a project in development just so they could hold the rights.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Your standalone Namor film.
I would like to see him show up though in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Or in the background.
It'd be great to have Doctor Doom and Namor working together.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I mean, they're great when they're together because they're just so boisterous.
Yeah, like who has the bigger ego, really? It's really hard to determine.
I'm going to go with Doom.
Doom's definitely got the bigger ego.
I mean, Namor always says Imperious Rex because he thinks he's a fucking boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to decide.
Well, see, that's the thing. He thinks he's a fucking boss. Victor Von Doom is the fucking boss.
Yes.
I don't know, man. Namor usually rules. Like, just when you think you're beating Namor, he's fucking kicking your ass.
See, I don't know, man. For me, it gets no greater than Doom. He's my favorite Marvel villain.
One of my earliest exposures to Doom was Secret Wars, the first one.
Yeah.
And, the whole Power of the Beyonder thing kind of, the way he handled that pretty much set him as the best villain in my mind.
Yeah, and just, like, I love, like, especially when he's written well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like when he's written well, when certain people write Doom, it's so, I mean, the monologues are just so chunky. I mean, and that's why the Fantastic Four films have been crappy, because the actors who've played Doom have sucked.
Yeah. And they don't bring in the sorcery aspect either.
Yeah. Yeah, because Doom, I mean, Doom's, I mean, his magic, his armor is magic.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a master of the mystic arts as well as like a crazy
He's a magic
scientist.
Man.
Great. I love Doom. He the best. But anyway.
Yeah, I do. I will admit, I think my favorite Doom right now is the infamous Iron Man.
Yeah, that's
I'm really
a great
liking
book.
that series.
Yeah. It's basically Superior Spider-Man, but with Doom.
Yeah.
But it works.
Yeah.
But I don't like the fact that they took the armor off of Doom and now he's all handsome and stuff. Like because now
ladies.
Yeah, he's all good looking and stuff. Like I got to deal with that. All handsome ass Doom. But anyway, so Brazier is walking through the station, and I mean, and it's just
wrecked.
It's just shit bombed.
Yeah.
Like they had a crazy frat party up in here.
Well, it got a little wild at Quark's the other day.
It did, and
apparently it still is.
Yeah, Quark is hiding behind the bar. He's petrified.
Yeah.
There's something back there that's gonna get me.
Yeah, he's full on Dr. Smith at this point. Oh, the pain. Hide, Will Robinson. Oh.
Dr. Smith is the best.
But poor Quark, all terrified.
It's got to be scary. I mean, because Quark is, I mean, genuinely, I mean, he's a real coward. Like, there's no other way to explain it.
And you know what? There's no customers.
Terrify.
I mean, yeah. That sounds like the worst day at Quark's ever. The bar's been destroyed and there's no customers around.
There's like one person there and he's killing everybody else who shows up.
Yeah, that can't be good for business.
No.
He'll kill us all if he hears us.
I've never owned a business or ran a business, especially one where people have to come to and enjoy themselves. But I mean, if you have one person in the business and he's killing everyone that walks into the place,
not a good business model.
You can't even chow down, bro.
No, because you're dead. I guess the one guy can chow down on all the dead people.
Yeah, but the Yelp reviews for that place are like crap.
Oh my gosh, I went there and this guy asked me for drugs and then killed me when I didn't give it to him. Stay away.
I'm rating it 1 star because they won't let me rate it 0 stars.
Stay away.
Yeah.
Nobody goes there anymore because it's too crowded.
That's always
with
code.
Dead bodies.
That's always code in real life. When they're talking about a nightclub and people don't go there because it's too crowded, that's code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Too many Canadians there.
Yeah, that's code for black people. Yeah, we don't go there anymore. It's too crowded. But what they're saying is too many black people go there.
Yeah. Now, is that a Hampton Roads thing or does that apply everywhere?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a
Yogi Berra said that. That's who I was quoting. They asked him about the restaurant. He says, I never go there anymore. It's too crowded.
He wouldn't have to say that back in the day. He could just come out and blatantly say it if he wanted.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I don't think he was speaking in code. I think
those N-words in there.
Depending on who you're talking to, I've actually heard people say straight out, like, okay, so I do Lyft driving every once in a while, and I pick some people up from a place, and I was like, so how was it? You know, trying to make stupid small talk. And they're like, oh, if you haven't been there, you're not missing much. It's real black in there.
Ugh.
So that was code for...
That was code for please let their drop-off place be like 5 minutes down the road so that I can get them the fuck out of my car.
That's code for when is the next march in Charlottesville?
Now, can now, as a Lyft driver, if somebody said that, could you just be like, yeah, okay, you need to get out of my car?
I don't know. I should probably look that up.
Don't you need a rating from them, though?
What I probably should have done,
But you can give them a rating.
I could have given them a rating of like lower than 3 or something. And
Does your rating offset their rating?
I don't think so. If I rate them, if either one of us rates the other person like 3 or less, you will never get that person again. Like you just don't
Oh, okay.
Like if you request somebody, they won't come up. So that's what I should have done. But for some reason I didn't, and I don't know why, because I got stuck in the car with them for like 45 minutes.
So, I mean, it's really far. Normally they have clan rallies pretty far out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So
Deep in Pungo.
yeah, you got to drive them out pretty far to the countryside so they can have their clan meeting in peace.
Yeah, I showed up. There was a cross burning. It was weird. So I was just like, get me the fuck out of here.
This place is going to be crowded with good people, good, honest American white people who are going to make America great again.
It's fine people on both sides.
Hell no, not on that side. Ain't nobody good over there, man.
They're one of the reasons why I don't do it very much anymore.
I can see that. And then especially if they've been drinking too and they see like, oh, she's safe. She's white.
Yeah, like I try to just kind of like politely just be like, oh, okay.
That's when you look back and be like, my husband's black, motherfucker. And
the lady actually asked me at some point during the drive, have you ever had sex with a black man?
And you're like, fuck yeah, I'm doing it right now.
He's a shapeshifter.
He's just really
he's
small.
He's a hot, heavy rat right now.
Yeah, he's a hot, heavy rat.
Where do you think I'm going after I drop you off?
I'm heading back to that club. I mean, they should be good and drunk by then.
Give me some black cock.
Don't you see these earrings I'm wearing? Hell yeah, I'd be loving black dick. These are big ass hoops. You guys ever seen hoops bigger than this?
Come on, girl, come with me. I'll hook you up.
Look at my pineapple haircut.
Light me up a Newport.
Oh my god.
So anyway, so Brazier continues walking to the station, and O'Brien and Dax and Kira, they're all just yelling at each other. O'Brien's a coward. Dax is real gung-ho. She just wants to go kill everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, if you weren't such a little bitch, we could go out there and fight somebody.
Basically, is what she said.
Bitch, O'Brien.
And Odo is just really suspicious of O'Brien.
It's like, I don't know. I think O'Brien's a bitch.
Like the group dynamic kind of reminds me of the episode where Picard wakes up in that like prison with the 4 other people. Or 3 other people, and like one's really scared, and one's the Nausicaan looking dude, or whatever. And
That's
they're all
true.
like extremes of emotions.
Yes, and
this
is
like a Starfleet midshipman or something, cadet.
Yeah,
and I guess this is very similar to in that vein because they're all extreme emotions. And Julian's trying to kind of starts putting it together. He's like, "Hey, do you guys hear that shit?"
Yeah.
And Julian's
is this the
now.
Inside Out episode of? Of DS9?
I think I refer to it as Bashir's head because I went to Herman's head first.
I loved Herman's head. That was a great show.
Mm-hmm.
Sleeper. But yeah, but you hear that shit and there's just like sap. And then what they're saying is like, man, I hope Brazier dies. He's so annoying. God, I fucking hate that guy. You see the way he always be staring at my titties? It makes me so uncomfortable.
Just put the pillow on his face.
Yeah. Just trip over the plug, make it look like an accident.
Hey man, I've edited his will. We're all good now.
No, Odo's in on it. We're good.
Ain't nobody gonna miss his ass. And if anybody asks any questions, the shapeshifter can just pretend to be Julian. We got it all taken care of, baby.
And if we all help, that way we're all guilty and they won't catch any of us.
Yeah, I mean, Kira's killed. How many people has Kira killed already, man? What's one more?
That would have been great if he wakes up and he finds out that Odo has been impersonating him.
Or if they're just moving his body around like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, that would have been great.
How did I get to ops? Nothing.
What are you worried about?
You're
alive, right? Oh, he's alive.
These aren't my pants.
He's just on the hottest Dabo streak ever.
Ixnay on the Julian A. Plan A. I can hear you, motherfucker. I'm alive.
For now.
Hypo spray.
And then for some reason they're all yelling and screaming at each other, but then Julian finds out that he's in a coma and he's dying.
Yeah.
Because
the first hint to him should have been that everybody was letting him take charge of the situation. You know what I mean? Because he's pretty much the lowest ranking person there except for O'Brien, right? Like everybody else outranks him, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they just kind of let him take the lead, and he makes the plan that they're going to try and fix the the communications relay or whatever to try to call Bajor.
Well, that's when they try to fix the communications thing. Isn't that when they pick up the voices from beyond?
Yeah, but I mean, like everybody else has their own. Like Dax wants to go out and kill the dude, and like Kira's freaking out, and O'Brien just wants to hunker down and hide. Yeah. But they kind of roll with
Julian's
Bashir's plan.
Yeah. Who, like Dennis said, is the lowest ranking guy there.
Yeah.
And I mean, like
he's
by
a
all
doctor.
rights,
He doesn't do
Kira should have been calling the
anything.
shots because she's the highest ranking person.
Yeah.
Well, she's the executive officer.
Yeah. But she had, she wasn't given any good ideas.
No, she was like, I think I'm just gonna go.
Stop looking around.
I'm gonna take my shirt off. Now, does she wear? Is that a onesie that she wears?
Yes, I think all of them do. I think they're all suits.
I'm talking about because I always assumed that it was like a onesie with a short blazer, but that's all one piece.
Oh, I don't know.
Because you know how she's got the shoulder pad things.
Yeah.
No, I think it is like a half blazer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like an eye.
She's taken it off before. Like I know she's been in like the sleeveless get up before.
Well, yeah, but I've seen Ensign Rowe back when she had her TNG one piece. She took off her jacket and gave it to a kid. And you're like, how the fuck did you just take off your jacket?
That episode was just on. I just watched that one last night. That's a great episode.
It is.
That's where she first shows up, right?
Yeah, when Ro's all punky and she's all like, I fucking hate everybody. I'm so emo. Look at me.
They went to the DP camps and it was just like, oh.
Look at my fucking shoulders.
Yeah. They really they do a bit. I mean, like her makeup, her Bajor makeup is tough. Like it's bad. It looks like they just, like, I don't know what they did. It's just not good at all. Like they just drew some lines on her fucking nose, and then she's got
some bubble gum up there.
But I do miss Ro though. I wish we could have gotten more Ro.
Yeah.
Well, originally, Kira was supposed to be Ro,
but then she didn't want to be tied to the show, so she split. And I mean, the way she left is awesome. And as I was watching the Ro episode, I kept thinking like, this doesn't end well for anybody. Like Picard vouches for her, and then she fucking dips and joins the fucking Maquis,
Now, Ben, was she supposed to be in Voyager? Was that part of the plan too? Like when they link up with all the Maquis in the beginning of Voyager?
I never heard that, but I'd always heard that they'd basically written her in for DS9.
Mm-hmm.
And she was going to be, that was like the Kira Ro was like picked for her.
Think about how much cooler the show would have been if it would have been Ro.
Yeah.
I mean, Kira's great, but I mean, I love Ro.
Michelle Forbes is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I loved her in Battlestar Galactica. She was awesome in that. In a couple episodes, she was.
That's the thing is, Nana Visitor.
She's great.
I think she's great in the role. So, I mean, that's a tough one. Like I said, before DS9 came out, I would have said, oh, man, Ensign Ro all the way. But now that I've got 7 years of Kira Nerys.
7? We're only at season 3, Ben. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm saying, but now that I have.
This show might get canceled. We don't know.
We don't know what's going to happen, Ben.
Every Star Trek lasts 7 years. That's the rule.
I do know what happens in season 5 because I've been watching it. It's
not Enterprise.
Yeah, not Enterprise.
Well, it did in my
mind.
Or
the original series.
It did too. Didn't you watch the Journey Continues?
The animated series?
Animated series. There's 4 years.
Still not adding up.
The animated series is good, man. I dig it.
Yeah.
It's real bad. It depends.
I think it depended on how much medication, and by medication I mean scotch, Gene Roddenberry had that day.
And cocaine.
I love the soundtrack. That's my favorite part of the animated series. The violin work is top notch.
Well, yeah, but that's like from the stock filmation, libraries. You get that same music on the Batman series from Filmation, from Tarzan, from Flash Gordon, from.
Now I just need to go back and watch it just to hear the music.
It's good.
Why mess with the best?
Yep. And oh, go ahead, Ben. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, they just, it's like, action scene. All right, that's this tape. Go.
And I love the fact that there is a giant Spock clone, 50-foot Spock clone out there
50-foot Vulcan. God damn it.
It's amazing.
Because that's the thing is that, even though they've tried to ignore it for a while.
Canon, brah.
Then stuff that they brought up in it, like just the other day, Discovery brings up Captain April. The only time Captain April was ever mentioned was the animated series.
I love that. There's one episode of the animated series that I really enjoyed when the Klingon cruiser and the Enterprise get taken into that other realm where like people, like it's the forgotten space. It's like the Bermuda Triangle, and those people have all lived there for like thousands of years. That's a really great episode.
Yeah.
You know, and like the Klingons and the Enterprise have to work together to get out because they realize like both going warp 9 together, they can break through. It's a really cool episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to.
I haven't seen that one yet.
It's good. I forget what it's called. I'll send it to you, Dennis. But it was pretty sweet.
There's even a feminist episode where all the men fall, into the trap of the siren song, and then Lieutenant Uhura takes command. And then leads a landing party of women. And
she actually did it competently.
Yeah, she was great.
They peg all the men before it's all over.
Of course.
Before they break the brainwashing. Then
How else would you do it?
Yeah, that was really complicated to explain to Bobby.
That's
He's
the
like,
only
what
way
are they
to
doing?
only way to break the brainwashing.
Yeah.
You have to peg them.
And
then sound them.
Well, you don't have to peg them so much as you just have to activate. There's a hormone that's released by the prostate, so you have to really get in there and
suck the worm.
Oh, I'm so brainwashed. You have to suck me off.
I can't be any more brainwashed.
No, Uhura, not you, Spock. Uhura.
Put the penis on.
Oh, wait, Spock, you're doing it quite well, actually. Keep going.
Put the penis on. The episode I'm talking about, Dennis, is called The Time Trap. It's episode 12 of season 1. It's really good.
I think I've watched like the first maybe 7 episodes of the animated series.
Well, you're almost done.
I'm almost there.
Yeah, Bobby's into it. Like we've been watching it together. He likes it just because he
Isn't
likes
it 2 seasons?
Yeah.
Is it 2 seasons? Okay.
I'm trying to find the episode with the ladies.
I only thought it was 1 season.
Well, there's 2. Season 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes. It's broken up on the Wikipedia page into 2 seasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's odd.
I'm trying to find the one where you're
talking about. I think the last one I saw was with the devil.
Oh, the magics of...
Yeah, that's a good one, too.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Something.
That's a perfect Star Trek episode because, like, they go back into the past and it's the fucking devil and they're at the Salem witch trials and all that stuff. And they basically be like, religion's fucking stupid. All right, cool. this one's over.
Wait, that's all we needed to say? We're out of here? All right, cool.
Your religion's dumb.
Peace out, Lucifer.
Yeah, that's a really good... I mean, Satan's in it, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
And he's not the bad guy. Like Satan's in this episode, and you're like, "Wow, I feel really bad for that guy."
Yeah. Hey, can you guys get me out of here?
Basically, that episode is about Star Trek rescuing Satan. Like, how high were you, dude?
It was the 70s.
Yeah.
How high was everyone?
Yeah, that episode's fucking awesome. Fucking Satan. That they're really going on a limb with that one.
Plot twist, it was written by Billy Graham.
You know what, man? Do you know what'd be cool about this, man? If Satan's the fucking good guy.
Yeah.
Well, my God. I mean, spoilers.
He's my Beelzebub.
It's 50-year-old spoilers, but was it Arthur C. Clarke's Childhood's End? That was the big twist, is that when they finally revealed the aliens, they were like 9-foot tall demons, but they knew that, they had to keep that secret because they knew that the last time they came, it's what inspired all of our fear of demons and shit. And they were like, okay, wait till they're more developed. Interesting. Gotta ease them into it.
I like it. That's what she said. So Brashear, he's starting to realize that this is all going on in his head, and that the fucking drug-induced alien is doing all the shit to him.
Zombie.
And then he finally finds Cisco, and Cisco's being all doctory. Cisco, I mean, I can't believe he got paid for this episode. He's literally in it for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Because O'Brien, I mean, not O'Brien, but as Brashear's getting older, he sees Cisco and he's like, we got to get to the bridge and to Ops and take care of this. And they're like, okay, cool. And then he just gets taken in the wall.
Cisco is there. He's like, I have to save these people, but we need to go to Ops. Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right.
That's my
they can die. Who cares?
My sense of professionalism.
That represents professionalism. Hey, you want to go shoot some darts? Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they leave.
Let's play tennis.
Yeah. Oh, wait, this guy's snatching me in the wall. Never mind.
Which is weird. Again, No baseball, but people still play tennis.
Yeah.
Strange.
It's been around since before baseball, so it'll probably be around after.
I don't know. It's just strange that the sports they pick and choose.
Again,
I guess,
you only need 2 people to play tennis.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, see, the thing, though...
You need 18 to play baseball. That's a lot of people to keep motivated to play a sport.
Yeah. How many pickup games of baseball do you play as an adult?
Well, I mean, that's baseball's own fault because they don't allow pepper games.
It's true.
Yeah.
And to be fair, when I was a younger adult, I used to play baseball. We played tennis ball baseball for quite a while.
Yeah, you could play in the streets.
Yeah. I liked playing tennis ball baseball. It was really
That
fun.
car, past that car is a home run.
Stickball. But Dennis, now you're on both sides of the argument here, buddy. You got to pick a side.
Well, I mean, still you need at least, a person man every base and at least 2 outfielders. I mean, it becomes manpower intensive to play baseball.
Or a very mobile pitcher who can pitch and then run to first base. And then, if your field's not too big, I don't know, man.
At some point, like when you get down to enough, just a handful of people, it becomes home run derby.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
Now, this is seeing Bashir play tennis in this. They've mentioned his almost being a professional tennis player a couple of times. But in the entire run of the series, this is the only time we see him actually play.
Tennis, yeah.
Because
he's
I guess that's why he likes racquetball
shit or whatever.
No, not counting racket. This is like straight tennis rackets and tennis balls.
Yeah.
We never get to see him actually play tennis again.
Well, they don't. I mean, that would be a huge hollow suite budget, I guess.
Yeah, you take him out to the Paramount gym or whatever and just let him go.
Let him go. But yeah, he's.
I mean, if Seinfeld could do it, they could do it on Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be a great tennis player. That's the whole thing.
I don't think Star Trek has the Seinfeld budget, though, which is sad.
That would have been great if there was a tennis instructor on DS9 that was terrible at tennis. And he tried to get Julian to make him look good so his wife would respect him.
Yeah, that's a great episode.
It's season 8 of DS9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now we're in Ops, and Garrick is there too, and Garrick throws a surprise birthday party for him. And I mean, Brazier is really old at this point, and I got to say, I think somebody on Twitter, I believe it was Mint, whatever his name is, Mint Justin Moore, brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Brazier's acting at this point is community college level. I mean, it's really bad. Like his old guy acting is just straight garbage.
Oh, my hip!
I broke my hip.
You know what it reminded me of?
I'm so old.
My least favorite TNG episode, Too Short a Season, when that guy was the old admiral.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
reverse. Is it Benjamin Button guy?
Yeah, he got younger or whatever. But like throughout that episode, he was terrible. But yeah.
I don't remember that episode. Which one is that?
It's the dumb one where that admiral was like selling weapons to the people. And
Admiral Benjamin Buttons.
Yeah, he was like in the wheelchair in the beginning of the episode. And
is
then
that season 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember now. All right.
It's fucking terrible.
I was old, but now I'm young.
Yeah.
I just remember that it was a horrible episode, and that's it. That's
I
the
think
only thing I
that's
remember about it.
That's my least favorite episode of Star Trek.
Really?
Wow.
It's horrible.
Wow, that's saying something.
Yeah.
I try not to put any of the first season stuff as my least favorite because I just kind of it's first season. Just
you like that? You like Rape Ghost more than that one?
Yes.
Wow.
That episode is horrible.
You like the Data Dreams one?
Yes.
That's a 2-parter.
Yeah, both parts are better than that one.
Wow, dude, that's saying something. Data Dreams.
Even Masks. Masks is like maybe my second least favorite.
Yeah, Masks is just straight garbage.
That's just is it
Masks
Brent Spiner vaudeville show?
Yeah, isn't Masks what made you start hating Brent Spiner?
Yeah.
Isn't that the tipping
Well, that's
point?
what put it over the top for me.
Yeah.
It's like I can't take this guy anymore after that episode.
It's been 7 years, man.
I still think my least favorite is Wesley Crusher steps on some flowers
That's a shitty one.
and is going to be killed by people in loincloths.
That's episode titled Justice.
That's a shitty one. I also,
But at least they had a bunch
Season
of hot Aryan people in that one.
with like weird outfits. All the chicks were hot. All the dudes had dad bods, but they were playing it together well. If I just keep sucking in, I'll be all right.
They were like 60s buff. Like in the 60s, guys would
Ken
just
dolls or something.
look buff. Yeah.
What about the episode? What about the Riker episode where he's on Lady Planet?
Angel One.
That episode kind of stinks.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near the bottom for me, though. There's plenty of other horrible ones.
With Riker's fucking nipple poking out. Hey,
that's what made it great.
I do kind of like the little dude who was like scheming against everybody. Like he wanted to be that lady's concubine, I guess, and he was getting jealous of Riker. That was
because Riker's got a huge cock.
Yeah.
Well,
filled with STDs.
It's because she's space STDs.
Yeah.
But it's because she's a lesbian. Because on that
like,
planet,
I've been chowdowning, bro, all these years, and this guy's just going to slide in here and take over my spot.
He slide in the DMs, baby.
Yeah.
Slide right in. Now, what about, because I will say that the
whatever you say, it's not as bad as that one for me.
What about the episode of DS9 that we just did where fucking she fell in love with that weird alien dude who comes every 60 years? That episode
that was
sucked.
pretty bad, but
that episode was straight garbage, son.
But at least like the effects and everything were better than that Too Short a Season. Like the effects were horrible. Everything was bad about that episode. The acting was terrible. The set designs were horrible.
I gotta go back and watch this episode.
It's just bad. And the premise was terrible too.
Dennis is fired up, dude.
Straight garbage.
What about Spock's brain?
Yeah, but I mean,
episode of the original series.
Like all the original series ones, the campiness kind of, like from our perspective, I think the campiness actually enhances it more than it takes away from it.
Yeah,
because you look at it as
original series TNG.
Yeah, yeah.
Because TNG wins.
It's apples and oranges. Yeah.
TNG wins.
Oh, which is worse.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, because at some point, like
they should have known
budget.
better by then.
Yeah, they should know better.
Yeah.
What have you
done?
No
excuses.
They had made Star Trek movies by that point, so they should have known. Hey, there's some tricks we can do to actually pull off some kind of production value.
Mm-hmm.
They've done 4 movies at that point, and they still.
Yeah.
What about Star Trek 5?
What about it?
The actual film.
I mean, it's bad.
Well, it falls into the trap of we had how many seasons of 3, maybe 4 seasons of TNG to really have bad episodes.
Yeah.
To then make Star Trek
seriously,
5
bad. That episode, I actively hate that episode. When I watch it, I feel the hate building inside.
Oh my god! What about the racist episode from first season with Tasha Yar and the on Planet Black people?
You know what? I kind of like that episode actually.
With the MC Hammer planet.
Yeah. It's a fun episode, I think. It's not good, but it's fun.
Damn, white girl, you fine as fuck.
And that's probably the worst thing about that Too Short a Season is it's not even fun. There's nothing redeeming about that episode.
I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, don't. It's painful.
I think I need to watch it for science.
I will never watch it again.
Now, this is the episode where like he's selling weapons because they're supposed to be like a mole in Starfleet, like I guess in the higher command, but we never see who that is.
I think he was selling weapons to both sides of the Civil War or something like that, and then now he's coming in to broker a peace deal.
Yeah,
because that sounds kind of sounds kind of awesome.
Oh, it sounds awesome. Don't let that fool you. It's not good.
All right, I'm gonna have to read this.
But how was the Dork Trek episode that we did about that show? Was that good?
I mean, have we done a bad one yet?
No.
I don't think there's. I mean, I don't think we've done any clunkers. I mean, there may be some that are better than others.
Yeah, but I mean, every episode we've done. I mean, I may be biased, but
it's usually the worst.
We have our moments.
We do the best shows.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
We always have our moments, I think.
Yeah, there's always something that'll get me. Like, okay, that was fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, most of the time, I just enjoy the hanging out and the camaraderie of Star Trek, bro.
I enjoy knowing that the listeners are out there, and I can bring just a little bit of happiness to their lives.
Yeah.
But what about our lives, Ben? What about me and Dennis? We enjoy you.
Well, yeah, but we have to sacrifice of ourself for the improvement and enrichment of the listener.
Are you saying the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few?
Or the one.
Or the one? All right, I'm cool with that.
Now let me burn my face.
All right.
Anyway, where are we at?
Brazier, we're at ops, and he's aging quickly. They're trying to figure it all out, and then Garrick,
The
tennis balls start falling all over the place.
Ow, my balls!
My balls, my
tennis
hip,
balls.
my balls, my hip, my hip, my balls.
Well, we did. I think we skipped over the O'Brien. They go down to Quark's, and like, first Bashir is laying dead, and they're betting on when he's going to die.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
And then it's O'Brien laying there, and then it's the what's his name?
Altovar.
Altovar. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he chokes and kills Quark.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just kills him.
Yeah.
Quark forgot
they ever
the
say-
safe word.
Like every person in there basically represented a part of his psyche or whatever.
Yeah.
Did they ever say what Quark represented?
Some theories that I read said that he might be his insight.
Insight.
Okay.
I thought it would
Yeah.
be cowardice. I
Yeah,
thought he
I
had
thought-
two
yeah.
cowardice.
He's just so much of a coward. He's got two of them.
So much of a coward, he's got two cowardice.
It was a scary situation, man.
I mean, nobody wants to get killed. I mean, I'm not trying to, everybody want to live.
I thought it might be like selfishness or something like that. Or
That'd be too obvious.
What about sex mania?
jerking off
that is
while having
one
his
thing.
ears rubbed.
Yes, there you go.
Honestly,
Autoerotic asphyxiation because he gets choked out. What about that one?
if this was a hallucination inside Bashir's head, I would imagine that like Dax would have huge tits and she'd be dressed really scantily clad,
Well, you saw the birthday girl that was up in ops when they
Yeah.
get there.
Now, was that the nurse at the end of the episode? Was it the same actress?
No, that
No?
was no. The nurse was in the hallway with Cisco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was just random.
I couldn't tell if they
hot
had
chick.
just done her up and whatever.
That'd be kind of funny that's a secret fetish. And
That was
desire.
she was somebody's niece that wanted a singing career. And so I'm like, all right, I'll put you in the Star Trek episode so you can sing Happy Birthday.
Yeah, you want to start a career, baby? Here you go, take it.
Some JFK shit going on.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
If they really wanted to sell it, then it would have been Dax singing that to him.
Yeah. With her gazongas
Well, I mean, it's
Yeah.
bouncing out all over the
And
place.
her worm hanging out.
I think with it being pervy little Bashir, this was just one of his little side pieces that he's fantasized about.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is where we learn all the who Garrick is, and Garrick is actually the Alvator, and then Alvator just starts taunting him like, you know what? Why don't you just die because you quit everything that you do? You quit playing tennis. You were a great tennis player. You could have went professional, which is weird because, I mean, what would be the benefit of becoming a professional? There's no money involved.
Yeah.
Then you're just doing it for the sheer love of the sport. So, I mean, that was
which you don't have to be professional to do that.
Yeah.
You can just play it.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense. And he's like, and you could have finished first in your med school, but you fucked up because you're a fucking idiot.
Bashir's like, you know what they call the guy who finishes last in medical school? Doctor.
Yeah, buddy. And then and what about Dax? You should be hitting that, bro. You're fucking totally punking out. You should be all up in them
a total
guts.
He's like, hey man, there's 4 more seasons of this show.
Yeah,
Every
dude.
time.
You'll never know what can happen between now and season 7. I could tap that ass.
Yeah.
This is where the show started to fall apart for me, though, because I felt like this guy really wasn't after the drugs or anything. He just wanted to psychoanalyze Bashir.
Yeah.
Well, and all I was thinking was, this is the Shadow King. The Shadow King is coming to the Star Trek universe here.
Yeah. He knows all your deepest fantasy, all your deepest fears.
That's right. Maybe it's because I've been reading a lot of Marvel Unlimited, a lot of the old. I'm reading Age of Apocalypse right now, so Shadow King's in there and everything. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
but he's playing on your fears, baby.
Yeah, he's in my brain.
He's playing on your fears.
Oh no.
But then I guess Brashear kind of gets his shit together and leaves, and he ends up in the infirmary because he finally puts together. He's like, well, this is my world, so this is where I would feel most safe, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then he kind of gives it to him. He's like, well, you know what? I'm a doctor, and I'm a great doctor. And you know what? Dax is my friend. And she keeps dissing me, and I get drunk and call her and then hang up before she answers.
And one day she's going to be drunker than me, and we're going to hook up.
And then I'm totally going to get to second base, bro. And I'm never going to wash my hand ever.
Get up that shirt.
Yeah. And then
This is all pre-Weinstein, pre-Spacey.
Spacey.
Yeah.
Spacey.
Yes.
And then he traps him in the field, in the sterilization field, and then kills him. And then he wakes up.
It's like when a squirrel jumps into a bug zapper, just gone.
And then we find out what happens that your man Odo busted him, and then they have another nice moment. They have lunch together all the time.
Yeah.
Like, is this a daily occurrence, or they just do it once a week?
I thought it was weekly.
It seems like it must be every day.
It feels like lunch every day with Garrick, and then some kind of bar sport with O'Brien at night.
He has a very active social life.
Yeah.
Well, it's
And
only
he's
two people.
chasing Dax all day.
It's only 2 people.
He's got 2 friends.
Yeah, but I mean, he's spending the rest of his time trying to chase Dax. So
That's true.
Well, he's trying to get it to be 3 people in his
But I
social
will
group.
say this, to Julian's defense, I haven't gone out and played darts with anybody ever.
no.
That's true.
I just said I wish I had someone to go to lunch with all
I
the
eat
time.
lunch by myself every day
Me too.
in my fucking car,
Praying for death.
listening to fucking Dan Levitard show.
Well, Dan Levitard show is good. Wishing
is
you
good.
wishing you bought a hose that you could hook up to your fucking
Exactly.
muffler and stick it in the car.
It's like, hey
That's
man,
a good idea.
that guy who died in season 1 of House of Cards, that wasn't so bad. He was sleeping.
You know what? Maybe tomorrow I'll go to Kmart and buy that hose.
And I've got this Wawa hoagie to keep me company while I go to sleep.
But then I'm like, you know what? That's too much work.
I
I won't
usually
do it.
go to lunch with a group of people and we
Oh,
joke and communicate and
not me.
socialize.
No.
I think it's awkward that the person who I think of as most antisocial on this show actually socializes during lunch. That's really weird.
The rest of us just sit by ourselves and cry.
Well, I have lunch with Bobby, but then I'm just forced to answer questions about Star Wars over and over and over again.
See?
Which is
Okay, I
fun.
can think of. I was like, okay, let
a
me
lot
think
of
of the
why
absolute-
questions. Why?
Because kyber crystals.
Yes, and then he'll just show up, and then he hands me a
Midichlorians.
lightsaber, and I'm forced to duel him while I'm making his peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Again, this is a bonus.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But
Dad,
I mean,
you cannot stop dueling me, and you cannot stop making these sandwiches.
dude,
Go.
today I literally, like, we got home from school, and I was like, hang on, I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And I went into the bathroom, and Bobby came in like 45 seconds later, 2 lightsabers in hand, and he handed me one. And he's like, I was like, Bobby, I'm taking a dump here, kid. Like, I can't battle you with my lightsaber right now. I'm occupado, man. He's like, all right. And then he just kind of stood there with the lightsabers, like, you done yet? I got lightsaber battles to here. Come on, Kylo Ren, let's go.
The Force waits for no man.
I mean, I know you got a shit old man, but we got a fucking duel.
See, for me, it changes because the twins are 13, and they'll be on the couch, and everybody's quiet, and they're playing video games, or one of them's on the phone looking at YouTube videos, and the house is perfectly quiet. And I go to the bathroom, and it's like when Julian woke up from getting his brain shocked. when I hear loud noises, and when I come out of the bathroom, it's just like chaos, and they're fighting each other in the living room. There's a fire in the corner. And
Oh, yeah.
it's just like,
Every family member represents a part of your personality.
That part's actually true.
Well, there you go. So, Jenny, what'd you think of the episode?
It was pretty good. I think it had some faults, and it was funny. Like right from the beginning, like as soon as he got shocked and he woke up, like, "Oh, I'm confused. What the hell's going on?" I said, "He's in a coma, isn't he? He's in a fucking coma, and he's dreaming all this shit." Like right away, and Ben was like, "I don't know. Let's see what happens."
It's fun. That's the same thing I do with Sophie when she asks me questions about Star Wars movies she hasn't seen yet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, I mean, I enjoyed it. Like, there was definitely some weird stuff. Like, I don't understand why all of a sudden it was more about, like, him trying to psychoanalyze Bashir. Like,
well, it wasn't the real creature.
It was his psychic echo.
Yeah, so that's Bashir's brain was causing it to psychoanalyze itself because the monster of the week dude that did the shocking.
Okay, well, they need to figure out a way to make it more effective so, like, it hinders the part of their brain that tries to figure shit out. Because right from the beginning also, he said something about how much he likes mysteries and, like, I thought it might be, like, a mystery holodeck episode or something like that. Like, this was all part of the programming, like Total Recall or something.
Oh, like it might have been like he was living the book that your man gave him or something?
Yeah, because like he gave him a holosuite program, right?
Yeah,
like a
novel.
little disc or something.
Like everybody's guilty, but you have to find out what they're guilty of.
Right. Yeah. So I was like, I don't know, maybe it's something like that, whatever. But I mean, I liked it. I'll give it a 7.5.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
Strong.
Wow, that's a big rating.
I was on the fence between 7.5. So
okay,
but I liked it. It was good.
All right.
See, I was thinking when I was watching it, it was maybe kind of like for the 30th birthday party that it was kind of like that Michael Douglas movie where his brother
The Game
falling down.
No, the game thing.
Romancing the Stone.
No, where it's like you go through this whole series of traumatic events and this adventure, and then when you get to the final place, it's like surprise, and it's a birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but
I never want to be that rich when somebody can give me that kind of birthday present.
Yeah, I know a few billionaires I'd like to give that kind of birthday present to. But no, so I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. And again, I'm trying not to let future knowledge color present. So I would give it
knowledge.
But I did enjoy it, and I think I'd give it a 7.
Okay. Wow, these are really high ratings.
Bashir's turning around this season.
Huh,
I think the last 2 or 3 Bashir episodes. I think, what was it? The one where there's a few episodes back, but it's just like after that episode, he just grew the fuck up, and all of a sudden he wasn't such a beta bitch.
Okay.
Oh, he still is.
Yeah, but
that's
not
probably
as
the
much.
one we were talking about before, where she actually falls in love with a dude on the disappearing planet. Like he's kind of having to support her decision to leave the Federation. Dax.
I think that was kind of like an early stage of it, but I think it was a little bit after that it was where his personality just really clicked over. I have to look back at and re-listen to the episodes.
All right. Dennis, what do you say, buddy? 7 and a 7.5. I didn't think we would get that high.
I will not.
Now compare it though to Too Short a Season.
And well, I mean, everything's going to be pretty high compared to that. But
that was like a -7.
Yeah. I think I actually gave that one a 1.
Oh,
but
wow.
This one, I would say it's like a 5.5. It's okay. Like it moved along okay and everything. One thing that I thought was interesting is like at the end, he mentions how most of these telepathic attacks from this race, people usually
killing you.
Yeah, they usually die, but he was strong enough. So I think that's kind of foreshadowing to some stuff about Bashir we're going to learn in the future. So,
Dennis, do you know what I know?
Cool. I think so.
Okay.
I think I know what you know too.
So I'm the only one that doesn't know.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Now,
take off your headphones and stick your fingers in your ears.
I think most people have been disappointed like when that revelation is made later. But I haven't actually seen it. I've just heard about it. So I'm kind of interested to see how it plays out.
Dex has a penis.
I knew it.
I knew that.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Besides the worm, right? Like, because that's separate.
Yeah, she actually kept Curzons in a jar.
Yeah, that's one thing the Dax worm requests whatever host it has to have another penis added on. So even if it's a male host, they have to have a second penis put on.
Yeah.
Surgically.
One for the worm, one for the squirm.
Yeah. I got to have my fun too.
Oh my God.
I'm a freaky trill worm.
I'm just a little worm. Gonna crawl up in the penis.
How about you, Bob?
I'm gonna agree closer to Dennis. I'm gonna say this is a 6. Okay. It might have been higher, but
nice range.
Bragier's acting was just, I mean, some of it was just awful.
Yeah.
Well,
I've broken my hip.
I just sent you a Facebook
walking.
message.
Yeah.
Okay.
My hip. Oh.
But yeah, so I'd say a 6. I didn't hate it. I thought it was pretty good. It was better than some, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
The answer is yes, Bob.
Okay, so that's okay. All right, I thought so.
Secret messages.
Okay. I just because I don't want to say it out loud. I don't want to make you leave, Jenny. That's kind of crappy. So
yeah.
That's funny because I found that out. Here, I'll type it to you.
I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. I found that out actually listening to an episode of the Ready Room.
See, I found out about it in the rule book.
So if I actually had read the rule book,
you would know.
I
haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah, you would know what we're talking about.
I'm concerned about spoilers for other things. Then
I'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the show's 25 years old. I mean,
yeah,
you know,
and I think it's pretty cool that we're bringing it back because ever since we've started doing
it's
episodes, it's showing up everywhere.
Yeah,
everybody's talking about DS9 now.
It also helps that it's the 25th anniversary.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have been if we weren't reviewing it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made it that far.
Nobody would have even
I like
noticed.
how we took a couple years off to time it out perfectly so that we would come back right at the 25th anniversary.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And we'll finish up at the 30th.
I mean, we're working on it, man, babe. We doing it.
Well, we have to time it out so that Voyager is in the 25th anniversary, so everybody's talking about that.
I got to tell you, I've been watching season 5 of Voyager. Not bad.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but you got to make it through
left.
season 1.
But season 5, I mean, like Jason Alexander shows up in season 5.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
All
Jason
right,
Alexander's in it.
Is he Space George Costanza?
No, but he's
sleeping
good.
It's really cold in space.
He's good.
Shrinkage.
He's good. I mean, I thought it was a good episode. Every episode, though, of Voyager.
There was space shrinkage. I've got a lot of space problems with you space people.
Oh my God, and when there's that fire and engineering and he shoves past everybody.
This will be the perfect episode for us because then we can bring all of our Seinfeld jokes on one episode. I'm really excited.
Wait, isn't there a Voyager episode where there's like a clown?
Oh, I don't know.
So that would be the one where there's a fire and he pushes past the space clown to get somewhere, to get away.
But yeah, Voyager's not bad. I've been watching it. It's not bad. Every episode's about 7 of 9. Every episode.
It can't be horrible. It lasted 7 seasons, even though it was on the WB or whatever. Like
UPN.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a flagship show.
Yeah, and I know like a
nights.
lot of the kids love that show because it was on when they were kids. So
yeah, and
I'm
then
still not looking forward to it.
There's a weird thing though because it was the first network Star Trek in a while. Because both DS9 and TNG were part of that make-believe network of syndicated channels. Mm-hmm. Voyager was the first one that was actually on a network since the original series.
Huh.
And so they had to do network bullshit. So there's episodes where special guest star that week is The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock, because they have a wrestling episode where they do,
But I don't know. Looking forward
and
to this.
Sarah Silverman.
But the thing
Sarah Silverman's on, I
don't know who The Rock is there for. Is The Rock is DS9 trying to get? Is Voyager trying to get The Rock bump, or is The Rock trying to get the Star Trek bump?
It was The Rock trying to get the Star Trek bump because UPN also had a wrestling show.
I know, but
that came on after
But wouldn't the wrestling show be more popular than Voyager? That's my question.
Yeah, I don't really see fans of SmackDown tuning into Star Trek.
Well, you say that, but why
By
did
and large.
Sci-Fi Channel, when they started deviating off of sci-fi, once they ran out of infomercials, they started showing fucking wrestling on Friday nights, and they moved Battlestar Galactica to Sunday nights that I couldn't watch it, so that it wouldn't show on Friday nights when I could watch it.
Bitter much, bit.
Fuck wrestling. And that's another reason I hate wrestling.
Well,
is
I think
because
part of that is like
sci-fi.
Sci-fi had a hard time finding an audience, and SmackDown has always had a hard time finding an audience too. Because like Raw has always been on USA.
Yeah, that's their flag.
I think.
Except when it was on the Nashville network for a while.
Yeah, but it's always been like stably broadcast on the same channel. But SmackDown has moved to like 3 or 4 different channels.
And see, I thought it was all the same thing. They were just like, it was like Star Trek. They were just different flavors of WWE.
It kind of is.
It kind of is.
So it would all be on the same network.
They all exist in the same universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just, for
So can like different
rights,
wrestlers show up on different shows?
Yeah.
Yeah. They would have like drafts. Because like back in the early 2000s, I used to watch, because it was on AFN all the time, so I just kind of had to watch it.
Yeah.
And so, but they would have like drafts, like people get drafted to a different show or whatever. So whoever they were trying to push.
You have a core set of characters for, like, he's always on SmackDown.
Yes.
She's always on this.
Yeah.
And then occasionally
so there was a
they would do
time like, okay,
crossovers.
John Cena's on Raw and The Rock is on SmackDown. And then at some point they would have a crossover where they would fight for a belt or something like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Or try to build up a pay-per-view.
I have now
By
talked
doing a
about wrestling
crossover,
more than I've done the last 30 years.
We really need the Hulkster to kind of explain this whole thing to us.
He can do
I was
it.
just about to tell him that the end of this show is turning into his show Wrestle Pals this week.
Yeah.
So.
Because I'm sure I'm getting some stuff wrong because I haven't watched wrestling in probably like 7 or 8 years.
I will say when I watched it was back in the 80s when it was on Saturday morning. So like Saturday morning cartoons stopped.
Yeah.
And then wrestling came on.
Yeah.
And my next door neighbor
when it was on the Superstation.
Well, it had to be on broadcast because that's the only way I could have seen it. But my friend next door, Tony, was big into wrestling, and he had a trampoline. So then we like mimic what we watched on the trampoline. And then I guess there was an animated show for a while. And I became a fan of
before they had like the siding, like, trampolines now
this
have
was like bare
the webbing
springs.
on the side. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no net.
You get your hand caught in the spring.
Yeah,
and
you're gonna
fucking
die.
tear it up.
You're gonna die.
Well, no, I've actually had a couple of like blood blisters. When you get pinched so bad that it swells up and then it bursts. And
those springs are they are ruthless.
Yeah, you stay away from it. You learn. You learn how to fall.
Don't get suplexed into them.
Well, that's the thing is on a trampoline though. Whenever you do some of these wrestling moves and you get slammed, you bounce 5 feet in the air. So, fun times.
Fun times indeed, everybody.
Yeah,
fun times indeed. You guys are just wonderful, just the best. Jenny, go to bed. You look exhausted.
I am exhausted.
I can tell.
So slappy.
So slappy. And then next Saturday,
go fight against dream versions of us, which represent different parts of your personality.
I absolutely will.
I want to represent sleepy time because I'm tired.
I want to represent your libido.
Yeah.
And then next Saturday we role play, dudes.
Uh-oh.
Man, I guess I should read the book.
We'll figure it out together. Don't worry too much about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just have it. We'll figure it out together.
Are we gonna do like an actual adventure? Or
The
we
first game we'll probably
creation?
just do some character creations.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then after that because then I can figure out what you guys are playing and then I can kind of craft accordingly. But I have some ideas. It'll appear in the old noodle.
Now, do I have to get like a piece of paper and write out my stats and then draw a picture of my character and stuff?
If you want to.
Because I remember doing that. And
I thought I shared
tracing and shit.
I have some character sheets that I can share with you. But I think if we do it on Roll20, you'll just do it all digitally. But we'll figure it out.
I can copy down on paper whatever is on the screen.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But I think with Roll20, they give you character sheets that you can use online, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I still want.
You can definitely draw your own character though.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my character because I can't draw.
Kissing.
Yeah.
You can draw all the characters and we can put them online. That'd be fun.
Yeah, but I don't draw good.
That's fine. I'm sure you draw better than I do.
Nah.
Look at that. No, yes, you do. Look, I know you draw well because I have your book right here.
Yeah. Suck it, Ben.
That's available on Amazon if any.
Right there. You can get this on Amazon.
If anybody wants to see any of Ben's horrible drawing, look up It's Supposed to Be America.
Yeah.
Reality Amok Productions.
I really like this book, and I wish there was more of it. It's right here.
Yeah, I get started on the
Maybe if enough people buy it, then he will make more. I can afford
to buy more pencils. And
he will make...
I'll send you fucking pencils.
he will make a cartoon series based on our RPG adventures.
Oh, God. Let me just go ahead and completely rip off Scott Kurtz's life.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Hey, if it works.
Hey, if I get paid.
How much money does he make making webcomics?
Yeah, he has a nice house.
Little pink house is for you and Jenny.
He lives in Seattle.
There you go. That could be you, buddy. You and Frasier. Kicking it.
Tossed salads and scrambled eggs.
Oh, baby, I hear the blues are calling.
Tossed salads and scrambled eggs.
All right. Well, you guys go to bed, and thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Rate us on iTunes. Do all that stuff, and we'll talk to you soon.